welcome. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how overemphasis on chemistry and attraction can be a bit like fool's gold when it comes to a relationship. So my name is Michelle Marchant Johnson, and I'm with Love Life Coaching, and I'm privileged to work with women around the world, incredible women who desire a loving, committed partnership relationship with the right man. And I am blessed to be able to help them on their journey to meet and attract a high quality man, all while being centered and honoring themselves as that woman of high value. Now, of course, in my conversations with my clients and with other people, one of the things I know for sure is that physical attraction and chemistry is really exciting. And it's really a great part of what makes a romantic relationship distinct and different from other kinds of relationships. So, of course, it's incredibly important. However, sometimes when the attraction is really strong, and that's what is drawing two people together, it's almost like it can blind them from seeing other things that they might otherwise see. In other words, there's a little quote that says, when you're looking at someone through rose-colored glasses, the red flags just look like flags. So in other words, when you're looking at someone through rose-colored glasses, it taints the color of what might actually be there. So we have to be wise and we have to be careful when there's an extreme attraction right from the beginning. As exciting and as fun as it is, we have to recognize that if we're looking for a deep partnership relationship, it's important to keep our eyes open and to approach every new opportunity from a place of curiosity and observation, which means you're just paying attention to what's going on. So when we talk about fool's gold, we know that fool's gold, it can represent different types of metals other than actual real gold, and that they can look exactly like real gold on the outside, but in reality, these different types of metal are really worthless because they're really so common and they don't have the value intrinsically that actual gold has. And so we have to be really careful when we're getting to know someone or when we're first meeting someone for a potential romantic relationship, that we're willing to look beneath the surface. Because even though fool's gold looks like real gold on the outside, in reality, the substance that would make it into real gold is actually not there. And if we're looking more or less for the gold standard in a relationship, which most of the women that I work with are looking for, then we have to be certain that we're not going to be fooled by something that looks like the real thing, but may not be. So in other words, we have to be willing to look deeper than just on the surface at who this person really is. Like, you want to observe over a period of time who someone is in a variety of different situations and through shared experiences. And by learning more about this person in terms of your overall compatibility above and beyond what might be the initial sexual or physical attraction. You also want to learn and understand and know more about who this person is on a heart and character level. Like, character really, really matters. And what I've learned in doing this work, as well as being single and going through a long and winding journey to love myself before meeting and marrying my husband and becoming a first-time bride at age 43, is that chemistry definitely does not necessarily equal compatibility. And I've also learned that character really counts when it comes to a potential partner, because having someone that shows up for you day after day, someone who's there for you, someone that you trust and feel comfortable with, someone that you respect and who treats you well, there's not much sexier than that over a period of time. But it takes time to find out these heart and character qualities that an individual has and to find out if we have enough in common in terms of our shared values and vision for our lives, and if we actually like who we are together. So it's important when you're looking for a potential partner to know enough about yourself that you're really clear about what your values are, what things are most important to you, what your lifestyle is. It's also important to know if that is compatible with your potential partner. And if there's that, in addition to chemistry, that's another layer. And then also over a period of time, as you get to know someone and you see patterns, and you see how they show up in different situations, you also learn more about the character of this person. And the character matters a lot. Your character and their character matters a lot, because in a long-term relationship, that's going to be a definite determining factor as to how well the relationship goes and really how well life goes for both of you. So it can be really, really important. Now, as I mentioned, one of the things that sometimes gets in the way and causes us to see fool's gold as real gold is that we often have such a strong desire for love itself, especially if it's been a long time or we haven't had that experience for a while, especially we're vulnerable if we've been lonely for a while. So we have to be able to catch our breath and recognize, even though the desire to fall in love is there, that we want to be smart about it, especially if you want a long-term committed partnership relationship, because you can go off on these detours and get in relationships with the wrong people, especially if they're based initially in chemistry. And then at some point you wake up and go, wow, who is this person that I'm with? Or you wake up in the smoke, dust, and ashes after that raging forest fire of attraction has burned out, wondering what in the world happened. So we have to be wise, because as the old saying goes, love can be blind, meaning that when we are emotionally involved with someone and when we're making our decisions based on emotion, it can be like we have the blockers on. And it could be like the rose-colored glasses and not seeing that the flags are red. Or we can just be so focused on the positive attributes or the chemistry and attraction and the physical interactions that we have with this person that we might miss really important signs and signals about their character or about our overall compatibility. So we have to be really careful with that. And I like this quote by Karen Salmonson. She says, "Get to know who someone is so you don't fall in love with the idea of them, but the actual them. Don't confuse romance for intimacy. Romance attracts you speedily and physically, but intimacy is what connects you heart to heart over time." So if you want to set yourself up for more success in love, it's really important, I believe, to take your time on the front end. Over the years, in speaking to so many women, I've had many women say they wish they'd slowed things down on the front end, especially when it comes to the physical involvement or sexual involvement with someone. And they wish they'd taken more time to get to know who this person really was or is, and to see if there's something deeper there in terms of the compatibility and the character of this person. Because the combination of two people can be a good thing if it's the right combination. The combination of two people can be detrimental if it's not. This quote by Taylor Swift, I think, sums it up for many of us, where she says, "I am smart unless I am really, really in love, and then I am ridiculously stupid." I think we've probably, most of us anyway, have felt like that at one time or another, that you look back on something that you did when you felt like you were in love, or at least in attraction, in that state of deep attraction and chemistry, and you look back on it and go, wow, what kind of drunken stupor was I in to be making the decisions that I made at that time? And the truth is that when we're in an extreme case of chemistry and attraction, it can be almost like a drunken stupor. So we have to be careful and we have to be wise. And I always say you want to balance the head, the heart, and the hormones. And usually that attraction is more centered around the hormones, that chemistry, because there are actual chemical reactions in our bodies. And it can cause us sometimes to override our intelligence or to pay attention to what really feels right in our heart. And we want to just be careful that we balance the head, the heart, and the hormones if we want to set ourselves up for the best success in love. And I always say, if I could give women one piece of advice out there, it would be really to take your time in the beginning, early stages of a relationship, and approach every new opportunity from a place of what I call curiosity and observation. So you're curious about who this person is. You're curious about how you feel when you're around this person. You're curious about the things that they say. You're curious about who they really are on a deep core level. And you're observing the observation piece. You're observing patterns. You're observing how this person is in different situations, different types of situations. And when you're doing those things, you're paying attention. It's not necessarily that you're looking for something wrong, but you're paying attention. You're going into a new relationship opportunity with your eyes wide open. And I can tell you that if you will do this, and if you will take your time, even when the chemistry is strong right from the beginning, it will definitely help you to avoid being fooled by the fool's gold that can sometimes be that attraction and chemistry in a relationship. So go out there, have a wonderful time, and be smart and be wise, and seek the true gold of love. Because when you find it, it's like nothing else in the world. I'm sending you love and blessings and looking forward to seeing you soon here. And if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a comment below, like this video. If you'd like to share it with someone, please do so. And thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.